Hi there, having problems to sketch trigonometric graphs? Keep on watching. Let's say this is the question and the function they want to sketch. Let me introduce to you one method which is called the Trigo Sketch Kit. It's using the acronym PCLTS, stands for period, calculate X scale, label, table, and sketch. So we use the sentence bichang lun lambai Thailand Sawadee Cup to memorize the steps easier. Let's see how to apply this Trigo Sketch Kit to solve this question. First, we have to identify the type of the trigonometry ratio. In our question, it's sine. So if it's sine, then the formula to find the period is 2 pi over modulus of A. What is A? A is the constant in front of the x. So what's our A in this question? Since it's bracket ax plus b after the sine, then this means that A is the hidden value of 1 and B is pi over 2. So when A is 1, this means that the period is equal to 2 pi over modulus of 1, which is 2 pi. This period means that one complete cycle of this graph would be every 2 pi. Next step is to calculate the x scale. The formula is 1 over 4 times with the period that we have found from the previous step, which is 2 pi. Next, 2 pi over 4 is equal to pi over 2. The next step is to label the x scale. Make sure you have written down the label for your x and y axis and how to write the label. First, you have to refer to the domain. So what is the domain in this question? In our question, the domain is negative pi to pi. So this means that we have to label from negative pi until pi. So where is negative pi? It's the first value on our x scale. And where is pi? It will be the last value in our x-axis. So negative pi is here and pi will be at the end. And then how do we label the x scale? We have to refer to the calculated x scale that we have found from the previous step, which is pi over 2. So this means that we have to increase by pi over 2 to find the next x value or x label. So after adding pi over 2 to negative pi, we know the answer is negative pi over 2, which is right in the middle between 0 to negative pi. After that, add up with another pi over 2. And we know we have reached to value 0. And add up another pi over 2. You get positive pi over 2. And another pi over 2. After we have reached the end of the domain value, which is pi, this means that you have finished labeling the x scale and finished this step. The next step is to use the table. So what is the table? If you own the Casio FX570EX calculator or anything similar, please use this step. First, change to the degree or radian mode. How do you know whether it's a degree or radian mode? Look at your domain. The domain in this question is negative pi to pi. So if it's negative pi to pi, that means it is in radian. So change your calculator mode to radian. How to change it? Just follow this step. Since you know the domain is in radian, so you have to change your calculator mode to radian. How to change it? Go to Shift, Menu, Angle Unit, press number 2, and then radian number 2 again. Now your calculator mode is already in radian. Make sure you have the letter R on your calculator. Next, to key in the function, go to Menu, and then go to number 9 or just go to the arrow down button, press number 9, and the calculator asks you what is the function. So the function is sine. Key in sine, and then x plus pi over 2, shift pi over 2, close your bracket. Next, after you have key in your trigonometry function, press equal sign 2 times. Why? Because next, after you have pressed the equal sign, you have the gx function. But there's no second function, so just leave it blank and press another equal sign. Next, the calculator asks you about what is the range. Starting point is the start of the domain. Our start of domain is negative pi and the end is positive pi. So what we have to do is key in negative pi as start, press equal sign, and then for n, just pi and equal sign. And the step is the calculated x scale in step 2. So what is it? It's this one. Key in pi over 2, press equal sign, and then one more equal sign. This is your table that you have obtained from the calculator. Next, just plot in the points. When x is negative 3.141, this means it's the first value on your x-axis. So when x is negative pi, the y is negative 1. Plot the point. When x is negative 1.57, which is the next x scale, negative pi over 2, the y value is 0. Next, when x value is 0, the y value is 1. Go downwards, the next value is when x is pi over 2, which is the next x scale, the y value is 0. The last labeled x scale is pi, but it's not written on the calculator, so just go downwards. You will see the next x value, which is pi, and the y is negative 1. The last step is to sketch. So once you have plotted all of the points, we can simply sketch. So now the graph will look like this. Start from the highest value, moving on to the lower value. And you're done. You have sketched the graph for this function. Congratulations! Now what happens if you do not own that calculator? So you can do it manually. For the table step, you can simply just do a manual table and write down the value of the x scale, starting from the lowest value or the smallest value. You can just simply write 4 of the values. You can skip the last value because you might see the pattern. But if you're not confident that you might see the pattern, you can just write down all of the x scale's value. For example, this is any other calculator. You can also use the table method by keying in the function, but make sure your calculator is already in radian mode. Make sure there is a R on your calculator. Then press the function like this, sine. What is x? The first x is negative pi, so just press in negative and then pi, add up with pi over 2. Press equal sign. This is your first value of y, so write on your table the value of y. Next, the value of x is negative pi over 2, so just change it to negative pi over 2, press equal sign. Your next y is 0. After that, your next x value is 0, so just key in 0, and your y value is 1. Lastly, your x value is pi over 2. Key in pi over 2. Your y value is 0. You can continue with the last value and then plot the points. Then connect all of the points together.